Did it stop? Welcome back to another episode of Knicks Morning Coffee. I'm your boy Joe Cool with my partner Mr. King.
Yep.
We also got Breezy B in the house.
Hey y'all.
How y'all feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling good. You know, last week we go there talking about the Jets. Turned out they ended up winning. So I ain't giving up yet. I mean, I'm giving up on it as far as making the playoffs, but they still got a chance to build an identity, get ready for next season. So come on home.
Man, I'm done with the Jets.
Come on home.
I ain't done with the Knicks, though. Can't win them all. We got to get it right. New coach, new players, new system, new everything. So we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
This one needs to be turned up.
Huh?
This one,
It's not working?
it just needs to be turned up somehow.
Turn it up? No, I'll turn it up when we get there. All right. What we got going on?
Start us off.
Start us off with a rough start for the Knicks. Right? Where we lost 3 in a row.
Yep. 3 in a row.
We scoring a lot. Brunson looked like Brunson. But how's that going for us?
I mean, we covered the first 2 games, so the 3-game losing streak, like the title said, ain't no need to panic because it's a system that we're figuring out. Now you don't want to start the season like that with all the hype. Like especially when we go back to the Milwaukee game, the first of the losing streak. Giannis, first of all, foremost, I think Giannis gave us the finger. Like, y'all don't want me? Okay.
Oh yeah.
This is what I'm doing. And then he played coy after the game when they was asking him. He was like, I don't know nothing about that. I don't remember though. I don't. So he wouldn't admit being interested in coming to the Knicks. But so he gave it up on us that game. But that still is not what beat us. Because y'all look at it in the first half, we scored 71 points. So that means somewhere the offense is clicking. You can score 71 points in a half, and it's been done before, but that means you're doing something right. And then we got the kiss of the third quarter in each of those losses, except for the last one against the Bulls. Third quarter, team just came out and blitzed us. Really, it's been like that all 5 games, especially the first 4. So again, it's not the end of the world, but is it a cause for concern a little bit? Yeah, it is. Because I think the past few years would stay away from multiple 3-game losing streaks. So we kicked off the season pretty much with 1.
I think we're going to figure it out, though. Because to get into it, let's start off with Mitch is back. Going to the Bulls game. So Mitch debut. I think, did they have him a minute restriction, though? Because he didn't really play.
Yeah, it probably wasn't. Yeah, probably just based on conditioning. Probably wasn't based on, because we know he's going to be all right. Now, how much is he going to play? Because I think this week we got a back-to-back, I think today and tomorrow. So how much is he going to play? But we know once he gets his legs under him and his timing down, he's going to be real effective for us.
Right.
So it's very important to us that we have Mitch back right now. It's gonna help us all the way around.
Yeah, that was a plus. To give another plus, Brunson. Brunson looks good. Brunson Burner turns it on when we need it. It's not really enough, but we getting it and it's getting us back in games.
Yeah,
past 3 games.
Yeah, Brunson looks like he's in playoff form right now, but that's not what we worried about with Brunson. We was more concerned, for me anyway, how you're going to acclimate the new guys and how you're going to get everybody into this new system. Even though he's still learning himself, scoring it's not going to be a problem. But somebody's going to have to start setting the table and getting us into this coach's offense. Whatever it is, they're going to have to start getting us into it so that we can move along a little bit quicker. But Brunson himself, he looks amazing, of course. So,
yeah, I mean, to switch it over to the other side, Towns' performance in the past 3 games.
I mean,
I know we briefly talked about the media. I don't think it's anything with him being soft. You know what I mean? I think he's just, in whatever new system or whatever's going on, he's trying to do too much. Where you can just make a strong move, go to the basket. It's like he's trying to put on a show, to me.
Well, that's the uncertainty of with this new system, is that guys don't know where to plug in at. And Towns have said it. The media, they jumping on him, and I hope they don't try to make it like a meme or something and carry it on, because we don't need our star players having wars with the media and the fans. But everybody know what Towns is capable of doing. I think Towns have to, sit down, put your big boy shorts on and have that conversation with the coaches during practice. Where can I fit? Because he's not the only one now saying it. Where they fit in. But when you're such a skill set like Towns, there's so many different things you can do.
It, though?
Clarkson.
Clarkson
Hart always complaining.
Clarkson looked like his shot just not falling. I told you, I think 3 episodes ago, I said he's gonna be like the J.R. Smith. Sometimes he's just not gonna have it because it look like he gotta have a streak going.
Yeah, but at the same time, well, he did say it though. He said that in the papers yesterday. But it still comes down to this whole new thing about the Knicks system. So a guy like Josh Hart, when you bring him in, remember our problem last year was supposed to be we wasn't getting enough bench production. So you bring in a proven bench scorer, and then you have to try to use him, even though it's a new system for everybody, but you have to try to use him for what his skill set is. Like sometimes, you want the players to fit the new system, and it's still early. They all gonna get it because these are proven NBA players. But being that you did lose those games, people are gonna start finding ways to figure out why. And when players start asking themselves, I don't really know what my role is yet, then that's a problem. Not a major problem, but it's a problem. And there's some things, too, that can be kept in-house. But, these players today are honest about their assessment, right or wrong. But, Towns right now is the concern because you're too talented not to figure out somewhere you could be effective. You're way too talented for that. So...
Yeah, I mean, listen, if Towns is not producing how he should, they should sneakily just make, and this is just me thinking on the top of my head of watching last game, Bridges number 2, because he's playing defense. He's scoring where he want to, when he want to. You know what I mean? I think that's being overlooked, and because Towns is such a big face, Bridges has been doing this consecutive for 2 years on the Knicks. It's just being overshadowed because Brunson's the guy.
And you're right. And also the fact that we're not specifically going to anybody yet. We're just moving the ball and players are reacting. When it settles, when everything settles in, Bridges don't have to necessarily be number 2. Now it's going to be games where he maybe should be number 2 or even number 1. Certain stretches of games, but when they all figure it out, then we're going to see the value of what Mikal Bridges can have under this new system. But right now, everybody's just reading, moving, and reacting. The ball's not really stopping for anybody to really do their thing. But they'll figure it out once they pick up the system. And how long that's going to take, we don't know.
And I wonder, and now that I'm sitting here, I wonder if they are believing in the Knicks or New York fan hype that we all set, or expectations that is too high. Like, we know OG can give you 20. If you talk to a Knicks fan, OG give you 20. Bridges give you 20. Clarkson give you 20. Brunson give you 30. Towns give you 30. Is the New York lights, does that make you want to say, yeah, I can, and I'm about to go ahead and prove these fans right? So, like, everybody trying to do that, it's not going to work. When OG came, he said, I just find my spots, I cut. So he finding his spots, he's cutting, but he also doing more. Times when we needed him to do it, but now we kind of don't need you to do it. Like, when you do it, it's cool, but somebody got to take a step back.
Well, it can't be Towns, though. It can't be your big man.
No, not Towns. I'm the OG.
Yeah, but it's not. Yeah, but that's not necessarily though, because somebody got to take a step back.
I'm talking about OG.
The table ain't set yet.
We know Bridges understands to take a step back. Hart don't demand the ball that much. He just got to be active, right? Now you also got McBride that probably needs the ball to keep doing what he's doing, right? Now Clarkson, the only way he's doing what he's doing is with the ball. Coach got to try to figure out now how to balance everybody being comfortable with. You may not get the ball tonight. Not get the ball, but you may not drop 20 tonight, even though you're probably capable of dropping 20 on your opponent.
And that comes down to
Bridges just might be hot tonight.
You're right, but it comes down to managing your team for 48 minutes. Mm-hmm. For 48 minutes, it might be a 3-4 minute spell where, OG, this is you, or Macau, or Deuce, or that's managing your minutes. I hate to keep bringing up the old, but the bad boy Pistons, as great as Isaiah Thomas was, and then you had Joe Dumars, they knew when the microwave had it going, we gonna make sure the microwave get it for that few minutes. It's all about you for that few minutes, and then we'll go away and we'll come right back until the defense adjusts. Because sometimes that pushes your lead or push you over the lead to keep that that flow going for your team. So I don't think Mikel or OG should be ever thinking that I'm going to be the main man, but they should, in the extent of a 3-minute portion of a game, feel like right now I'm about to abuse my guy, and you can only abuse your guy if your team is recognizing. And again, you gotta manipulate the mismatches for that to happen, because teams do it to us all the time.
I mean, that's gonna bring me to the next point of this 3-game losing streak is people saying Mike Brown is just like Thibodeau, which we already had that conversation that, he's a coach that where he say he goes, right? Now, my only thing with that is, which I don't see a lot of these coaches do, is like, let's move OG and Mikel away real quick and put Shamet in the forefront. Shamet needs plays. You know what I mean? Even though he's capable of getting open on his own and probably killing his man off the dribble. He needs plays to get an open shot, a clean shot, and a clean look at the basket. There's times where he's hitting 2 in a row or hitting some big shots, but it don't look like it's in the flow of the game. It just look like it so happened to swing that way. Off of momentum, IQ or whatever. No, we need a play that's designed to get somebody like him open.
Yeah.
And that been my problem with a couple, not only Knicks, but with a lot of coaches. You know what I mean? Like, is that one of the major issues? Maybe it's just not only Mike Brown, like, because he's just starting to implement plays.
Well,
you know what I mean? So that was the plus. They were doing what they were doing with no plays. So we just probably in a phase now where they just trying to learn the plays or the movement plays.
Look, we said, I think it was a couple weeks ago, one of the questions that we asked was, sometimes when you have a coaching change, and Mike Brown really was known to be a disciplinary coach, but he's gotten away from that because sometimes you got to stay current with these new spoiled players. But we say was having a coach now willing to give the players more freedom. Are we disciplined enough to respect that freedom and playing the games? Like Towns is taking himself out of plays. That's a choice. That's not a play call. So Tibbs might not allow you to do that. He's going to allow you defensively to be in the right spot. And because Brown now trying to maybe give a little bit of leeway in this learning curve, are the players respecting the fact that I have a little bit more freedom out here, and am I going to go 100% at it, or am I going to coast into it? And it just seemed like at times, like a missed assignment, it seemed like it don't bother you, where it's because you don't got Brown barking on you every minute the way you did Tibbs, and you don't got Brown will give you that devilish look the way Tibbs would give it to you, and that keeps you on your toes. So sometimes can you handle that? Now in the cases of even Shamet, I always say I want our shooter, who's not a big part of the offense, but I want our shooter to get enough open looks. But Shamet in the past few games also have gotten some timely looks and missed them. So like we you were one of 3 shooters that we wanted to keep. So again, it's a learning curve, but you have to knock those down. You don't. Right. You have the one gray area where it's not gray. Your job is to shoot threes. So there's no ifs, ands, and buts. When that ball come out to you, you got to hit 80, 90% of it, of them open looks. It's not going to be that many, but when you're talking about 4 or 5 in a game, now we had some games where you've hit 2 or 3 in a row. But we need that regardless. You don't get no gray area as the designated shooter, because we could have had other shooters. But when they was talking about Tibbs and the coach, and it also goes back to, I'm not necessarily they're comparing the two, but the Knicks' problem was the bench. It wasn't, Tibbs might have ran them in the ground, but now you have help. And we got to get to that, why the bench hasn't helped yet. But now that you have help on the bench, when we change the way we play, is that affecting also their mindset? Like Towns, again, he came in all summer playing power forward. Coach had conversations with the coach. Now I come back, Mitch is hurt, and I'm thrust back into the center. And now I can't figure out my spots, which is kind of crazy because he was already inside-outside player. But what the Knicks could do is go back to basics of the drive and kick. And that gives you 3-point shooters, because we're not going to post our big man and throw it out like in the Patrick Ewing days. But the drive and kick is something that we could do to try to get the players back on track, to get their shots falling. If the shots are falling, we're not even having this conversation.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like too, because in that last game, we did come back. You know what I mean? Down 3. And then Bulls just took it over. Bulls having a run where they like 6 in a row. I don't know if they lost after
they 5 in a row.
5 in a row. 1 or 2 teams, Spurs. No, OKC might be undefeated too, right?
Yeah,
it's like 3 teams that's undefeated, probably still as we talking right now. And they playing as a unit. They've been together for a while. Josh Giddey had a career high, I think. So that's just what they was gonna probably do at home. I didn't think our schedule was hard, but this is like a learning curve schedule.
No, it don't get no easier than this though.
I'm talking about playing Cleveland, Boston. They not picked to do anything, but they still Boston.
Yeah.
Bulls, who knew they was gonna play good? Milwaukee, Giannis with his vendetta, almost like Donovan Mitchell. I feel like it was that same thing. Like you knew the Knicks tried.
Well, see, that was another thing.
It's really not our fault, and nobody didn't say you didn't want you, but it's like, damn, now you putting on a show and said this is what y'all missing. Well, you was gonna be doing this by yourself if we had to trade for you.
Well, it helps his mother out because he got his 2 brothers on the team. He got 2 brothers on the team.
Are you talking about Giannis?
Yeah, but you know what too? What I was I thought Kolek, going back to his college home, I thought Kolek would have a big game.
Yeah, but I don't fault Kolek.
I'm not faulting him. No, I'm talking about you got to seize the moment.
But they don't.
That was an opportunity for Kolek to seize the moment.
Yeah, but I don't even think they're 100% for a player. I'm just trying to think of like what a player would think. Him, Hawk Porty. These is not guaranteed spots. It's almost like the coach is just trying stuff to see who fit with who.
Yeah,
right?
But
So that is the NBA, but it's hard to seize the moment when you probably asked to do something else.
Listen,
McBride is playing well, so what Kolek got to bring, what he was doing on first 2 games, which was exciting, but how often are you going to get a chance to do that?
Well, that was
everybody can't do that.
No, but that right. But that's why I say seize the moment, because you're going home. McBride is solidified, but they want him at the 2. They're looking for a point guard. This is your opportunity. There's nothing bad on Kolic's part. It's one game. But this was an opportunity. Eyes are on you because you went back home. And you get an opportunity. So seizing the moment means I'm going to do everything in my power with all these minutes to make sure that while I'm out there, we're running what the coach is trying to run.
Might be.
Well, I'm saying, but it's also got to be productive.
Because if I'm running with the coach want to run.
Yeah, but it's got to be productive also.
I'm talking about.
You got to make your open shots.
I always make this.
Got to make the right read.
I always make this comparison. I'm running with the coach want to run. They want a point guard that's passing, and they want to spread the floor. We knew that too. We don't want another Brunson that can be the Brunson burner, which way he was doing, but we want somebody that can spread the floor.
Well, he's doing that.
If I pass it over to Shamet and he missed 2, I did what I was supposed to do. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. So now it look bad on me. You know what I mean? So now I come out the game, Brunson's back in because now we down 9, and now we need scoring again, which I'm probably capable of doing, but I'm doing what the coach is running. Yeah. So what I'm saying is with these young players that we got, I don't 100% fault them for playing.
Not fault.
Maybe Clarkson, because we already know what you're in the game for. You waiting for people off. You know what I mean? Like, you got tunnel vision. So, like, if you're not scoring, I already knew what we was getting when we got you. I just thought J.R. Smith. Yeah, but J.R. Smith ready to score, he ready to score.
But they different kind of players because J.R., when he don't got his total game going, he could lock into being a 3-point shooter.
I'm talking about.
So,
but I'm just talking
Clarkson
about the mindset
gives you a little bit more offensively.
If J.R. was going to shoot it, he was going to shoot it.
Yeah, but that's the difference between somebody going to shoot it.
Ain't nobody doing this.
Clarkson making plays while he also got the ball. He's not just shooting. He don't shoot like J.R. He can hit his threes, of course, but he's a bucket getter. Bucket getters, they get it any which way they can. But going back to what I was only trying to say about Kolick, wasn't knocking Kolick, just saying that those opportunities that we're looking for a backup point guard, you have to, even if Shamet is missing, you got to get over there to him, pat him on the butt, something, I need that from, like, you got to do something to help them succeed. And then sometimes you could talk a person into feeling more comfortable to shoot better. You know what? You missed that first 2. I got you on the next one. Come down, whatever you do, I got you. Because they're only going to help you. So now when the other guys ain't shooting right, coach will go, okay, I got to leave Kolick in, but I'm bringing in Brunson to do the shoot. You got to find a way. That's how Deuce, remember, got on the floor with Brunson a couple of years ago. He was doing his job, but now they can have them both because Deuce said, okay, I can pick up 94 feet. I can hit the open jumper, and I can also knock down, going to the hole, which he got better at this year. So, but that's definitely not a knock on Kolick, though. But I just want, like, if you're not going to grab it, look at the kid in Philly, the young boy, Yeah, you getting in there with Tyrese, with Maxey, and I don't care about Maxey, even though we coexisting, I'm getting mine. And that's what we need our young guys to start doing. No more deferring. Now it's time. We got big aspirations. So now it's time, put the pedal to the metal. Let's go. But love you, Kolick.
Where do we want to go from here? We want to talk about a quick review of what the Knicks got to do for the Bulls, or we want to get into the starting mindset?
Well, no, let's get to this. Back to our headline of no need to panic because and nothing like home cooking. We won our first 2 home games, and we come home for 7. So 7 straight games starting tonight in the Garden. That should be something. That should be something to behold. That now you're gonna sleep in your own bed, eat your own cooking, go to your favorite restaurant, whatever it is you do, you're gonna have a nice, comfortable time to learn this system, get in more practice time, and then be ready for the next time you go back on the road. So to me, this 7-game homestand is not just about wins; it's about getting that camaraderie and gelling the little things that the coach wants you to do. So once you learn the little things he wants you to do, now you can pick yourself up in the offense and in the defensive side. We can't leave out the defensive side because we getting killed with guys going to the hole and we getting killed on the jumpers again. Threes have always been our problem. I think once Mitch get his legs, the threes from the other team won't be as a problem because you can push up more because Mitch will have his time and then come over and help. But all should be good in Knick land because we're home for 7 games. 7 games. I don't even remember the last time the Knicks had a 7-game homestand. I don't even remember that.
You hit a rat. No.
Yeah.
So I feel like we had a. Have we ever had 7 games straight? What you saying? I think
no, at home. I don't say I know we had 5. And they might have snuck in 6. Yeah, you get 5. Most people get 5. But to get 7 this early in the season. Now remember too, our first 13 games, 10 of them was at home. So we had 2, or maybe 9, because we had 2 the first 2. Now we're gonna be home for 7.
Yeah, I think. Listen, we get it together.
Yeah, but now listen to this.
Because the game don't look bad up until the 4th quarter where it looks crazy.
No, the 3rd quarter it looks.
Third quarter look crazy, but
3rd quarter teams are coming out on us.
I'm talking about 3rd quarter look crazy, but the way we coming back, it's not like the old. I don't want to say the old Knicks, but of recent years, past 3 years, where we down and we got to fight. You know when they used to pinch that? Or we got to fight. We got to fight to come back. It don't look like that. It just look like couple of threes, boom, 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 move the ball, we back in the game. And then it falls apart again. Because maybe they trying to learn or they trying to do something. You know what I mean? Like that's what it looks like out there. It looks like when we get into a half-court setting, something's implemented that they just not gelling with because they haven't did it. Because running, to say you can just run and do whatever, I guess that was fun.
Yeah.
But you just can't do that.
No, this is a man's game. Just can't be out there just run them down the court when that's not your thing. Now look at this. I'm NBA Today, that crew with Malika Andrews and them, and 2 interesting topics came up. Now one, and that along with Ian Begley, feel that ownership is now giving a mandate for the Knicks to win this year. So man, we talked again a few weeks ago about Dolan staying out of it. But again, when people come to me telling me to shove out this money, y'all telling me we're gonna win. Remember, he said that on Jalen Brunson podcast last year. When people telling me, he said, I stay back, but when you're telling me we're gonna win and we don't win, I'm gonna have questions. So now, can we take the word of NBA Today that Dolan put that out there? Now that could have been to shake the tree a little bit. You know, I don't want to just win at the end of the season for some people. I want to enjoy the ride.
I think that was
so maybe yeah.
I think that was Knicks stuff.
Well, I'm saying once the topic come up,
I'm pretty sure if the Lakers would have lost this year 7 games in a row, and Austin Reeves don't go crazy, I'm pretty sure somebody would have said, "All right, LeBron, I don't care nothing about no sciatica," or somebody would have said something. LeBron will be traded. You know what I mean? Yeah. Luka, what was wrong with you? But the fact that Austin Reeves just went crazy, it stopped it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, with the Lakers, they don't have their ceiling is not as high as ours.
Knicks, we had a couple of losing streaks where we thought it was time to panic. I remember we had a couple of shows last year where it was like, is it time to panic? Is it time to? It wasn't no smooth ride to how many wins we had. It was over 500, but.
It was a pretty good.
It was
we
good.
Started knowing that going out there.
No, it was good, but we still had questions.
All right, well, I have one more question from
because remember Towns ain't do what he did to the playoffs. It was more shooting.
No, he won a lot of games.
I'm talking about regular post move. I'm talking about the way he won it was shooting and regular post move, straight line to the basket.
Right, but that's right. But that's what we needed. That's all we needed.
So now when the playoffs come, it's more. For lack of a better word, it's more flamboyant, trying to get to the whole. Any means necessary, which was needed because the other team was way more physical with us. It's not needed right now. You know what I mean? So,
see,
it's just different. Like they all got to learn what's needed and what's not needed right now. Like it's just win.
Now, this is another thing that was on. Yeah, that's I believe that's definitely how I believe that should go down. Players got to know. Now, also on NBA Today. Malika Andrews talked about Knicks management being high on this kid, Tari Eason from Houston Rockets. That's the second time the conversation about making a trade with the Houston Rockets came up.
Oh, yeah, I think I seen.
And now he's like a two-way player who he can score. Would he score? I couldn't say he would score more for us than he will them because they have a system already. But maybe because they have KD, they maybe not need him. But they want bigger, longer two-way players who can score and defend.
Well, if I was Houston, I wouldn't jump the gun because
Well, nor should the Knicks jump the gun.
Come to playoff time.
Yeah, you're gonna need that.
Because you know, I mean, I ain't even gonna start no trouble, but
what? KD?
Harden go missing. KD not no leader like.
Well, Harden's not on Houston.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Harden's still with the Clippers, but just the thought that if that's true, that would even be leaked.
Yeah, that's what you know, leader like that.
Yeah, why would that even be leaked for NBA Today to have to get their hands on it this early in the season? Because nothing can't be done until December anyway.
Media need to stay out of New York business.
Yeah, but again, New York, the bar is set high.
Stay out of New York
and
business.
Now players got to meet that. Now they got to meet that challenge. You know,
we just hitting a little turbulence.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good because I know when all's fail, no matter what new system you go into, those last few minutes belong to Brunson. And when we closed that Bulls game down by 2, we cut it to 2, and it still was like maybe 3-4 minutes, whatever to go. But I said, okay, now this is it. Brunson's gonna dominate, and then he'll kick out. But the timely jumpers wasn't there to keep that flowing. And then to Brunson's credit, he still tried to share the wealth. He didn't try to go total nuclear into Brunson burning.
Yeah.
So the other guys you can't leave him out there hanging.
But that's why I said that's why it was good news, because though we had the Brunson burn, he still fed everybody else.
Yeah.
Which what I said is that's where probably the learning curves came in. And for somebody like Kolek, it's like, damn, I did what I was supposed to do. They didn't live up. I can't be the Brunson burner. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like you said, maybe he just got to say, I'm going to get mine. That's what McBride is doing. I ain't got no problem with what McBride do, whether he score 6 or 20. It's like he hit timely shots. He's feeding the ball. He's playing defense between him, Bridges, and OG. No matter if OG don't score or not, well, we need him to score a little bit. But the way they playing defense, they got a certain ESP that I like.
Yeah, and Deuce has been one of our early saviors. Also,
you
know,
he had some timely shots last game. And every game. Phase 2.
Yeah, every game he hit some timely shots. And without him, too, will we even be in some of these games? So yeah.
Right. So we got some. Do I want to put that with the topic though? Let me see.
Amari.
Yeah. I was gonna put it with different topic. I'm gonna put that with his own topic. So Amari Stoudemire. Said some comments about when Melo got to the Knicks. It was along the lines of, I guess he messed up the chemistry. I don't know the quotable, but it was basically Melo messed up the chemistry. He demands the ball, which he said is his right. I think some people took that as a slight to Melo or whatever. I don't think so. But what do you think first?
Well, yeah, he said, this is something that Amari had said before. And he started.
Ain't they cool now, though?
No, they were always cool.
I'm talking about, but at that point, there was some turbulence.
Well, only because Mari, we don't really know. I think it was something there, but I think that was on Melo's part. I think Mari had welcomed the trade for Melo. Now, at the time we got Melo, Mari was considered MVP candidate. Right?
Hold on. Shout out to my boys. Gotta respect this show.
Gotta respect it.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
You can catch me on there. They go there daily. My son Early and G. Y-E.
All right.
I see y'all. But yeah, we're gonna bounce back. This ain't nothing.
But Amari, Melo. Listen to this. Amari, how many times Amari had said in the past couple of years when Melo came and threw off the chemistry? And not just Amari was on an MVP type of run for that season. Some of the people that was let go that was helping him get to that level left in that trade. So I thought that before it got out of hand, they both to blame. And the only reason why I say Mari is to blame, even before the injuries, is that you should have had that conversation with Melo. You know, you should have pulled Melo to the side and like, look, man, this is what we got going on right here.
I think they did.
Everybody eating. I don't know if they had that conversation.
I think they had that conversation.
Because I think when Mari in that playoff series hit his hand on the fire extinguisher and broke his hand, I think that frustration wasn't how he was playing. And I think he did admit that one time.
I mean, all right.
It's because of how Melo, and we Melo guys.
Matter of fact, look, y'all see my shirt. I don't know if y'all see it. It say Stay Melo. Melo, my favorite player.
Well, yeah, one of mine too.
All right, so when he got to the Knicks,
but listen, you don't put Melo, Mari, and Tyson Chandler together, and then you throwing in J.R. Smith and these other people, and you're not telling me that we're not a contender.
I mean, sometimes you got to tell these stars the truth, and whatever comes out, comes out. Every star, they're a leader in their own right, but every star just not that kind of leader. Now, I love Melo to death. There was on his show, he talked about J.R. Smith, and J.R. Smith shot a wild shot, or whatever the case may be, and Melo's response was, "I practiced this shot, so I'm taking this shot. Like, this is what I do. I practice this shot." So that's your mentality. But sometimes that can also be to your detriment. Sometimes you can't take that shot. Sometimes you got to let somebody else do what they got to do to play. Amari and the Knicks had a good system going. We was winning. You were supposed to add to the winning.
Right.
And you didn't. So there was a disconnect. I can't, as much as I love Melo, I cannot blame Amari for that.
No, I feel like
that
conversation, a grown man conversation.
He didn't say nothing wrong.
No, not that. Amari been saying that.
Amari has integrity, he's not gonna sit there and lie and sugarcoat it. Because Melo wouldn't sugarcoat it. Because the way Melo talks too, he ain't say nothing. Amari didn't say nothing bad. All he said was he demands the ball, and we couldn't figure it out.
Right, but this again, the conversation, because when Melo came, it still was enough shots for Melo to be Melo, because Gallinari, who was scoring a lot of points for us, you're getting Gallinari shots plus. So you're not coming into a system where you taking 3 or 4 people's shots. You're only taking Gallinari shots.
Yeah, but
so that was enough.
I forgot who the guard was, but he's coming down. Stoudemire's foul line extended. Stoudemire's getting the ball. I
think we had Mike Bibby. Do we have Mike Bibby?
Whoever it was. He's turning and he's facing the Stoudemire's getting the foul line extended. His back is not to the basket no more. He's facing the. It's not like Jokic, where his back to he's facing the basket. He's looking at the cutter. He's looking at the open man. Either taking the open, she's giving what he's doing with the offense given. If Gallinari ends up getting the ball, he ends up getting the ball, which was a lot.
Yeah, but listen.
Now with Melo, if I give Melo the ball, and Melo don't really got the shot, but now he got to try to make a move. Where's Stoudemire going?
But you're missing the offense now. Now you're missing. When Melo came, when Mari get that ball at the elbow, Melo's down there. Gallinari was on the wing. So when Mari was getting it in the first half of the season at the elbow and he turned, there's nobody down there. It's me in the basket. All I got to do is beat my man that one long step. I'm dunking on him. Now when I get it, Melo's there. So now I either have my jumper or I throw it back to Melo or something like that. But now my whole offense is gone because the paint was mine. We had Mozgov. He knew step in, step out. He got a post. When he got a post shot, he made a basket. He did something with it. But now our whole offense changed.
That's what I'm saying. Melo had to step out.
Well, that's why I say a conversation.
I think they had that conversation.
Conversation had to be. If we go out there right now and play somebody 2-on-2 and things ain't going right, first thing we're going to say is, it's going to work it out.
Yeah, but
I'm here. When I'm here, you do that. When you there, I'm a.
Yeah, but good park players, I always say, people that play well in the park don't have an ego all the time. So if me and you play in the park, but if me and you play in the park and you just so happen to be in the post a lot, I'm coming out the post. If you want to shoot all day, then I'm gonna go back in the post. I'm not gonna sit there. It's like playing off each other. No, if you got somebody if you got 2 people that only like playing down low or in the post, it's a problem. But somebody got to get out, and Melo should have got out because you can shoot a 3. But that's what you end up doing anyway.
But that's the conversation part I'm talking about. If Mari turns and Melo not 1-on-1, because if the other defense is cheating, then Melo, you got to look at these things that are happening and get out. Same with me. If I'm Amari and I'm doing certain things, and now you got to be the recipient, I got to look and read. It's almost like I got to read the room.
So then, what was Melo's response? Is what my question. Because if his response is anything like what he told JR, then I can see why Stoudemire is mad.
But he played with JR in Denver, and one thing we knew about JR, even as a young kid, he was a bad shot shooter. So you knew about the bad shot shooting. Yeah, Melo, you practiced those shots. But Melo, you didn't take bad shots. You took bad timing. Not all your shots was in the pocket. I don't care. We're on the court. sometimes your timing of the flow of the game was off. Because sometimes you ran and clogged that middle when the Knicks were running. By the time we got Raymond Felton back, we was pushing the ball, and then sometimes there's no need for you to run to the block. We leaving the block open, everybody eating. So it's things like that where only why I say where Amari would take some of the blame, because a real conversation wasn't had. And if it was had and nothing came out of it, then hindsight, nobody can say nothing in hindsight. But that team was too good. That front line was too good not to produce more playoff wins to get past the second round. Too good. Not to mention all the stuff that you added. But good. But it's good. It's good, healthy to have them to even be brought up, because that's still another what if in the Knicks history of things that have happened in the past. So, but kudos to Mari for, to me, even having the guts to have these type of conversations. Because it wasn't a negative conversation, but he probably get asked all the time, when y'all had that monster team, how come y'all didn't win?
Yeah, I think sometimes good players, they do it to themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, he deferred. He deferred to Melo.
KD, Melo.
Yeah. He
There's
deferred.
probably a couple of them.
He took the high road and said, we got Melo. I'm gonna take a back seat. He admitted early on to taking a back seat to Melo. But why couldn't we have been a 1-2 punch?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, let's before I get into the last topic, let's get into the kids' corner. What we got?
All right. Hold on, my thing is like really low.
You'll talk louder there.
It's probably the wire, but go ahead, talk.
All right, so the first question is, everyone say it, but what's the true meaning of being a die-hard Knicks fan?
Being biased.
Being biased?
Being biased, no matter what you tell us. It's the Knicks. I don't care about nothing. You can't tell us about your other favorite team, who you're liking. Sometimes you can't even get away with your favorite player. If it ain't got to do with the Knicks, we don't want to hear it.
Yeah. I go with that. And I say too, when you a diehard, again, go back to the same thing. We don't want to hear it. We could not have nobody of substance on our team, and we're gonna believe we could win just because you got New York on that chest. But a diehard too is we again, like I said, we riding and dying with you no matter what. Even in a bad season, we're gonna argue with you what we could have done. Right? It was always that one thing went wrong.
Man, listen,
like we were just talking about with Mari and Melo. That team should have went far, and they could have fought with Miami. Could have fought with Miami in the playoffs. But again, it's always that one thing we always feel we was missing. To me, that's like make a diehard. I don't care what it is, rain or shine.
LeBron get hurt. Laker fans was scared. What Luka gonna do? Yeah, we got Luka. Austin Reeves, they didn't know he was gonna do that. Knicks fans, let Brunson get hurt. We still think Nick Bryan gonna drop 30. Like, it don't matter what you say to us. We got 12 deep right now. If you think about it, all 12 players he played feel like we all feel like all of them could play every night.
I had one of my best friends growing up, and this is back in the 70s, early 80s. Early 80s? Mid 80s. The Knicks, we had a backup journeyman center called Ron Cavanaugh, right? And all our centers got hurt. Everybody got hurt. We had like 4 centers: Patrick, Bill Cartwright, the Animal, and I'm telling them with a journeyman center who wasn't supposed to be in the layup line, I'm saying we could still win. And my friend, he was like, you know what? No, shut up. Like, now you gotta be quiet. But that's us. If you could put that jersey on and you could get out on the floor, then we expect something out of you. Even if we know in the back of our mind. But that's the thing. A diehard Knicks fan don't believe in the back of his mind that you can't win.
Yeah, nah.
This
New York, you gonna come out and play. Tracy Moore gonna buy the whole team sneakers like they're a high school team.
He gonna promise them sneakers. Yeah, he out
he
there
bought
drunk.
Them.
Oh, he is? He out there drunk. When I go to the games, he's right there walking up and down the road, just messing with people. Then he's sitting in his right seat. He's just all over the place.
Like it's a
Which
high
I
school
told you
game.
too. Remember I said Friday we going to with my job. We going to the Knicks holiday dinner. So I'm gonna see. In fact, it's in Tarrytown too. So I'm gonna see all the players at the dinner like every year. You know, yeah. So I just talk a little bit and stay back because the kids, the kids want to get their time with the players. Yeah. All right. Good question.
Wasn't that?
All right. The second question is, if you could interview any Knicks player, past or present, who would it be and why?
Oh, I already know mine.
If I can interview.
Yeah. Shoot. Past or present?
Past or present.
I'm going past. All day long. I want to ask John Starks. And I see him all the time. But I don't, it ain't the that shooting that you just kept. I know he did it the whole playoffs in '94. But we were up. We had 2 games to win 1. And you just kept shooting. And I'm like, you couldn't even say to yourself, you know what, coach, maybe you better take me out or something. Just kept believing, just kept jocking him. 1-3 could have got us the victory. 1-3. And that whole playoff series, he'd been on again, off again, but he always came alive at the end. And I think Pat Riley just really believed he was going to get it going. But when you got a guy like Rolando Blackman sitting on that bench, who's a proven playoff shooter, with all the hype going on, he'd have been poised. He'd have knocked down some of them threes. But you only needed 1. Like what? When the people say the Knicks haven't won in 50 years, like what goes through your mind when they say the Knicks haven't won in 50 years? Do you really think part of the blame, or do you feel like, damn, I really could have? Now it was 12 men on that team. That was Patrick's team. But it wasn't about Olajuwon outplaying Patrick. Patrick did all he could do. But that outside shooting belonged to you.
I'll be sick. If I really, anybody could be interviewed, but I think right now I probably would have interviewed JR because I went to the game with my community center a while ago and we got to go on the floor and I wanted to scream out to JR Smith because y'all from the same neighborhood. So I wanted to scream out so that just the stories that maybe his family and our family would have that I heard over the years would have been cool. Like me going to Chris Smith's game, knowing his mother and father and his siblings, you know what I mean? Like seeing them outside and they like, you know who that is? And I'm like, I don't know who that is. And they're like, oh, that's J.R. Smith's sister. Oh, that's,
I know all his uncles. Yeah.
So like just to hear them stories, I think he played with one of our cousins that you said that passed. Yeah. And just to hear them stories that
Chris,
you never get to hear. So like that would be a cool interview for me. Like just to talk, you know what I mean, about his life on Lakewood at the time or Jersey.
Yeah,
from a younger person, or seeing my uncle play. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
If you seen him play,
coming up, his uncle, his father, and his uncles, they all had their team called the Smith Brothers. It was all related, brother-in-laws, cousins, and uncles. That was JR's father's team. So, and they only lived down the street from us. But playing against their team, especially the 1 year playing them in the championship, the guys from my neighborhood playing, his uncle's, his father's team. Those was nice battles and great. Like as great as JR is, his father was really good too. He was called Big Earl. But I went to school with his uncles. His mother lived across the street. So there's some history there. Now I don't really know JR like my brother knew because my brother Bobby coached. So he knows all of them. I know all the uncles,
I mean, but
I've met Chris several times. So yeah, that would be a nice conversation.
Yeah, just learning, like how if your uncle or your cousin would tell you about stuff that you probably never heard, or putting the pieces together on certain stories, or more so probably Chris. I mean, Chris was a Knick, so I guess that would make sense too. But just to hear those or hear how my relative played on the team with you. And how he was as a teammate, because I never met him. Not that I can remember. Yeah. But, that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Like for a good conversation, but.
Alright. The last question is: it's been reported that people think the Knicks can win a championship. Do you think the players believe it?
So I think they believe it. Nah, I forgot I had that horn, y'all. Of course, I think they believe it. I think that's why they stressed out. I think that's why we getting that conversation with management. You know what I mean? I think that's why we getting in the trade conversation. 12 players is playing. Different rotations playing. We had a different starting lineup every game.
Yeah, the outside penciled us in as one of the teams. Because when they pencil you in, they say it's you between you and several other teams. We haven't been penciled in as the solely person to win it. We've been penciled in as one of two teams out of the East. Even though we talked about, now this is where that question probably would have a little bit of doubt in the players. Once you start sometimes believing, if you believe what's been wrote about you to win, and then you go and play some of these teams that wasn't picked. Now nobody picked Chicago. They could be 5-0. They could be 10-0. Nobody picked them to go nowhere. But you start thinking about teams like Detroit, Philly, and people like that, Milwaukee, and you got to say in your Philly, you got to say in your mind, the back of your mind, like, okay, we picked New York. We picked, but they not gonna be. Nobody's rolling over for us. And sometimes the early losses could help you. We know our early losses coming to the learning curve. Somebody can say, well, they won the first two, but it's just not that simple. Once the opening night jitters and all that stuff go, and it might take 15, 20 games. Who knows? But you got to take advantage of home, and your belief got to come from something first. Start small. Start, I can win at home.
Yeah, Knicks
Let's grow that confidence from that.
I remember I asked that earlier. I said with the Knicks, sometimes when you believe the fans, sometimes it's to your detriment because we got a habit of we can be up 40, but we start playing like it. We just start doing whatever.
Yeah, up like, 20. When you're up 20, we
think we untouchable. We flinging up three. We not following through with our shot.
But that's how historically all teams get.
We trying to put on a show. We talking to the fans. So we like the fact that y'all believe it. But like then sometimes you gotta humble yourself and just be hungry, and I guess they were a fight. Just do that. But I think that'd be our problem now. I think we be so hyped, or the players, I don't know, maybe they be so hyped that like, I'm about to kill out here. And it's harder than you thought, but we talk about you so well. We talk about the bad parts of the media, but the good parts of the media is we talk about you so well, this is what it is.
But see, that's why when Miami won that with LeBron in them first year, when Miami won it, and Pat Riley had this thing in the middle of the locker room, and nobody knew what was in it. But it was something the goal was to get to the end of the season, then we're going to open it. So it gave all them a drive. And when they opened it, it was just a whole lot of cards about winning the championship. But so I think this Knicks team, needs something like that to stay in line with the big picture.
I think they did with the whole defensive.
Right, with the boot.
So, but they playing good defense. I think the problem is now, maybe they need something for offense. Maybe they need
we still got to hold that D because our offense, again, we scored 71 points in a half. We giving up. I'm looking at the last game too in particular when guys are coming down the lane. Like Cat is not reacting. He's still, by the time they shoot the shot, he's still this way where his man is at. Like where Robinson used to just automatically turn, they go blocking the shot. We got to get whatever coach's defensive assignments are, we got to lock into those. The offense will come. Like one thing we know, Yabusele has not picked up his play. Carson has not picked up his play. It will come. They will figure that part out. But the defensive side, we got to lock in and get that down. Because the first two games we kept teams under 100. We got to still try to be able to do that. It's hard to do in the NBA anyway. But we've done that last year a lot too, keeping teams under 100. And we got to lock horns on something. And that defensive boot thing is good. But it's got to give. Something got to give with that. Again, you want to, the big picture is the championship, but you want to enjoy the journey too. And I want it both ways. Sometimes they say you can't have it both ways. I want it both ways. Tonight we got the Bulls. Now at the Garden.
I think this is where you rebound.
Yeah. Not just rebound, but
gotta respect the show. I don't want to jinx it because I keep jinxing it.
Gotta respect it.
But all right, last segment of the day.
But let me just shout out to Gotta Respect It again because I like y'all show, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Shout out to us, man. Doing a good job, yo. G early. I know y'all doing it almost every day, so keep it up. We doing good. But last segment, I ain't have much. I got one on top of my head, but I got one written down. Once a Knick, always a Knick.
Okay.
What I got here is Quentin Grimes.
He's a Knick.
Quentin Grimes?
He's a Knick.
He's a Knick. Oh, I don't even got to finish?
Oh, go ahead, finish.
So Quentin Grimes has a big comeback game, hits 2 big shots and 2 big defensive plays to win a game versus the Wizards, to get them back in the game and win, alongside Tyrese Maxey. Incredible game. I saw the replay on YouTube. Are we accepting Quentin Grimes? He wants a Knick, always a Knick. We accepting this?
I am, because he was with us for multiple years. Mm-hmm. We gave him an opportunity. Remember, when we first got him, I thought he should have been in starting lineup. If you remember, because I think we'd have got more out of his shooting. Sometimes when you could do more than shoot, sometimes sometimes jack of all trade, sometimes don't work out in your favor. But yeah, no, he may not consider himself a Knick. No, but I think he's a Knick.
I mean, I feel like everybody really loved him.
I feel like
he got hurt towards the end. I guess we wasn't patient. I don't remember what else happened when we made the trade. But
he was wanted. Yeah, he was wanted.
Listen, I'm telling you still a Knick. You better not pull that against us, man. Don't do it.
Well, he's a person that will pull the trigger. He's one of those fast shooters. So yeah, against us, he's gonna feast. Now, not to say that we can't stop it, but he's definitely gonna come and show that, y'all let me go. But teams wanted him. He wasn't just a throwaway. Teams wanted him. So he was a trade chip. When you're good and you're a trade chip, that's what happens. So yeah, all right. Quentin Grimes.
So y'all let me know in the comments when y'all see this.
Quentin Grimes is a Knick.
He wants a Knick, always a Knick. I got one more. I just forgot about it because he says a couple of things, and I got to see where his mind is at. So once a Knick, always a Knick. Are we accepting this? Carmelo Anthony is now on TV doing the show. He's talking to Vince Carter about load management. So when he's talking to Vince Carter about load management, they talking about managing the load. Vince Carter said, "Well, how did you like it when they managed your load?" And Melo got choked up. You wanted to say pause, but you can't say it on TV. Are we liking how Melo comeback was?
What was his comeback?
His comeback was just, It was a corporate comeback. Are we liking the corporate comeback from Melo, or he should have just said pause on national TV?
Oh, I didn't see that. And I saw the interview, but I didn't see.
Once a Knick, always a Knick. Are we accepting that from Melo? I think he's a Knick, but he should have said what he says on his show, pardon the left. I think he would have got away with that on TV. That would have been so funny if he
Melo's a Knick. Ain't no guard.
Yeah, he's a Knick, but that's part of the show. We accepting that from the family. That's basically what it is. Are we accepting that from the family, or are they even family? So Melo's a Knick, but I feel like he should have said pardon the left. He didn't have to say pause. But if he would have said pardon the left, I don't even know what channel that is. I don't think they would have said anything. What you think?
I can't even call it.
If it was ESPN and he said pause, I think he would have got canceled. You know how Disney is.
Since the
But I think it was like CBS. What's that, CBS now?
No, it's NBC. NBC.
I think if he said pardon the left, I think he would have got away with it.
He's been saying a couple of things holding back because he's on TV. He's adjusting to. Remember, he's coming off all the cursing and all the. He's adjusting. You can tell it because his words are short. His sentences are short sometimes because what he wanted to say, it pops in his mind. And imagine those production meetings, they're telling you what not to do. Vince Carter been doing it for a couple of years.
Well, he went straight. Went straight into
did it for a couple of years.
Popular.
So
I guess
Melo coming off being raw on his podcast, and he gonna by mid-season he gonna you'll get it.
I think he's not gonna have. I don't think he's gonna have fun. I think me and you had this conversation a long time ago. I was telling him about how the new media is gonna be, and if I want to hear what you got to say, I want to hear it on your platform and uncut, where we're not gonna cancel you. Just say what you mean to say. On these channels, you can't say what you mean to say, and you thinking about your friends. Like, what are they gonna think about? Like, they got relationships. When you're on your own platform, you can just keep it real and say it. Only person that really does that, I guess, is Cam Newton, because he's gonna just start over with "I'm gonna keep it funky," and he's just gonna say it. But the rest of everybody else, they just gonna stray away from it and say, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it at this.
Yeah, but you gotta
like the corporate. I don't like that.
Well, you gotta take it. You gotta take it.
Michael Jordan ain't scared.
It comes with health insurance. It comes with everything else.
Well, but I'm saying that not getting canceled, but your relationships when you see these players, when you go to the game, or they have you doing coverage somewhere else, or they might work for Jordan Brand or Adidas. Michael Jordan gonna say it. He said, "I don't care nothing about no load management."
Yeah,
I don't understand. You know what I mean? So. If he gonna do it, Magic Johnson did it. What you call it?
Yeah, Charles Barkley and them.
All them do it.
I don't think Melo was honest. Well, what Melo did say is, I understand why they do it. But he has to say that because people like LeBron and them are still playing.
Yeah, but then
if you ask him that question when LeBron, well, KD don't load manage.
But that's why we want to hear the real, because now they're gonna
get on. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. You're gonna get on. They're gonna the closest we got to the real was that NBA show when they had all the legends that sat on that couch.
Yeah,
that was the closest we got. Yeah, that's the closest we got to the real.
It's just a different.
I want to hear. If you don't like it, say you don't like it.
Nah, in the production meeting, he probably said he don't like it. They probably said no. We want to get some of these guys on the show.
Everybody
want to be able to interview some of these guys. But then Melo will pick up the nuances as time go on, as he's doing it. And then once the first player criticizes you as the media, now the gloves.
I mean, there's OG Shaq say he don't like it.
Well, I'm saying Shaq, they've been there. That's
what I'm saying. They've been hurt.
They're not brutally honest until a current player criticizes your assessment.
Because what Kawhi doing, I forgot. He hit a game winner the other day. I didn't even care. No, that's crazy.
If Kawhi leaves, Kawhi could leave the NBA now. Nobody would even notice.
I thought he did at one point.
Yeah, nobody would notice.
Because that's crazy. He take that to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Now, there's some other things, but we ain't got no Patreon. I already talked about with him, but I guess that's what it is. But listen,
it is what it is.
It's the end of the show. Make sure when y'all tune in, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Knicks tonight, I think 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6:30 pregame. It was fine. I finally got to hear my Friday Night Knicks on MSG. I finally got to hear it. But listen, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Joe Cool, Mr. King, Breezy B in the house. We'll see y'all the next time.
Peace.
Peace.